Happy 4th of July, everybody. Almost. So, I've been planning this video for some time now, and it's been raining. Still raining today. A little bit. Pouring. Not pouring. But we're going to push forward on this video anyway. So, I gave myself a $20 budget for my family. And I went to the store, got some items, and over there is what I got. So without further ado, let's get it, let's go. Let's see if those pots, come on. All right, before we begin, I just want to start with that I am using household pantry staples in this recipe. Nothing crazy. We're gonna need some butter for the corn. Salt, pepper, like seasonings, things like that. Mayonnaise for the pasta salad, but that's about all I could really think of. There's nothing crazy in here. So let's get started. I got a watermelon. I got a box of ronzoni. Now, I'm queen of buying, I'm not brand loyal, but that was 99 cents. So that was only a penny more than Walmart. I got some baked beans, some Italian sausage, Sweet Baby Ray barbecue sauce was on sale, 2 packs of ribs, marshmallows as a fun dessert for the kids, an onion. Typically, I don't charge myself for onions, you all know that, but today it's required for what I'm going to make, that I need a real onion, so I'm throwing that in. We got the green pepper back there, some corn, and some hot dog rolls to eat the sausage on. First thing I'm going to do is get the water boiling for the pasta, cook that, and I'm going to put the corn in some water to boil. I don't think you need to see me make that. I just put the corn in the water, add some salt, about a little bit of sugar. I don't always do that because this is the time of the year where the corn is really sweet, but like in the winter time, I will do that more often than not. So those are 2 things I'm probably not going to show me doing, is putting the corn in water and getting the pasta going. Here's something I do that might seem a little bit obvious, is I break my corn in half. There's a lot of food going on, and sometimes people don't eat the whole corn. So they all know they get 2 pieces of corn because I break them in half. If they don't eat it, they don't eat it. But if they want to, they can. But I don't waste food this way. It's just for leftovers. So I'm putting them in a pot of cold water. When the water comes to a boil, I turn it off. They're done. So these sausages were a good deal. I am going to parboil them only because the lightning is starting and I want to hurry up and get it done so I can run between the raindrops. So I'm just going to put these in a little bit of water, parboil them, and then we'll finish them on the grill. So that's what what's going on with my scissors today? Oh, they're upside down. There we go. So let's get those into a pot. So I rinse them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're just gonna boil them like that just for a few minutes to like get them at least halfway there. I don't usually like doing that because I feel like sometimes it boils some of the flavor out, but I don't have much of a choice today. Here goes the price on the ribs, $3.19 and $3.43. Water is boiling. I'm going to add the full box of elbow macaroni, which is 3 cups. Pasta is done. I'm going to rinse it off and get it cold now so I can make pasta salad. I may not use all of it because that's a lot of pasta salad. I might figure out what I could do with the rest of it. Yeah, I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to use this half for the pasta salad and this half, or vice versa, I don't know. It's the same thing, just different size bowls. Eric likes buttered noodles. Now, when I say buttered, y'all know I mean country crock vegetable spread because he cannot have butter. And I add some Parmesan cheese in it. So I think that's what I'm going to do because that's just way too much of one thing. So And it's just me and the boys, so I'm trying to make it stretch over a couple of meals. So we're going to do the pasta salad, and we're going to do Parmesan noodles. All right, so for the ribs, I'm just going to lightly season them because we're going to be adding the barbecue sauce. But here we go. I'm going to add some not lightly, but I'm going to season. I'm just not going crazy. Garlic powder. I always add a lot. Some onion powder. Paprika. Flinging it everywhere. This is the thing the sausages were in. I threw the other one in the garbage by accident. Some pepper. I took out table salt, but I like seasoned salt better than table salt. I have a wire rack here just so it doesn't stick to the pan. And we're just going to par cook these just like that. I like the fat side up because the juices will run down into the meat. That's that. We're just going to put that in the oven. What is this? This is the onion powder. And I'm going to get it like halfway there, and then we're going to run it out to the grill real quick. Hopefully it's not raining. If it is, I'll just finish it off in the oven. All right. In the oven they go. All right, so we're going to start working on the beans. Since I have it, I am going to make it this way. This is the way the kids and I like it. I've made it this way a bunch of times on this channel. I just ran them in here. I didn't rinse them or anything. I just took out some of the liquid because I'm going to be adding liquid to it. Sometimes I add too much and I got to add a little bit of cornstarch, but I use a little bit of pancake syrup. It's, if I had real molasses, I would use that, but I don't, so I use this in place of. I put a little bit in there, maybe a teaspoon or two. This is a third cup. I'm gonna put half of it in there. I probably don't even need that much. Brown sugar. That's dark brown sugar. And some butter. Country crock vegetable spread. And then we just give that a mix. All right, just got that all mixed in there real good. And if you had oh, you know what I forgot? My kids like a little bit of cinnamon in theirs. You don't have to add it. That's just how we like it. That's that. I'm going to put this in the oven, covered, until it gets thick. All right, in she goes. All right, for the sausages, we're going to use peppers and onions. But I also need some onion for the pasta salad and some pepper for the pasta salad. So I'm going to cut it up, and then I'll put some to the side for the pasta salad. Also, for the pasta salad, I totally forgot. Most people put celery in it. When I'm doing the recipe in my head, I am not adding the celery. Well, normally I will add in a couple of pennies for a carrot, and I forgot. And I'm right knocking at that door at $20. So this is going to be my cheat. Part of that carrot or all of that carrot, I don't know. But that's my cheat. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to slice up this pepper and the onion. When I'm done slicing all of that up, we'll get to mix it up the pasta salad. So for the peppers and onions, I'm going to make them stringy. For the pasta salad, I'm going to dice it up. Okay, so peppers and onions, stringy. Pasta salad, dice it up, just like that. All right, so for a minute I was thinking it wasn't going to be enough, but I think we'll be all right. It's really not as much as it looks like because those end pieces are making it pile up, all the little end pieces. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with the onion. I'm going to dice up the onion. I'm going to leave some long. I'm going to leave some short. And then I'm going to chop up the carrot. Let's start with this. Now, if you don't have an onion for the pasta salad, use dehydrated onions. It's either called chopped onion, sometimes it's called minced onion. You could stick it in just like that, or you could add it to a little water and that'll reconstitute. I couldn't do that for this because I want to put it on top of sausage. I might even do that for the pasta salad if I feel like this onion isn't enough. For the onion, I'm just gonna slice this one into slivers. Just like that. My kids like onions, so luckily I don't have to hide it. And then I'll do most of the onion for the peppers and just like maybe a quarter of it for the pasta salad. I'll show you what they're looking like inside. Still a little piece on the end, but so, just like that, slivers. Doesn't look like a lot until you start breaking it up, but then onions cook down. So, all right, let me continue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little piece and we're gonna put that in with the pasta salad and then continue slicing this up the rest of the way. I forgot to mention, I turned over the ribs. They're about to come out. I'm gonna let them sit and cool. Not cool, just sit while I finish doing this up. I'm hoping the rain holds off for just a few more minutes. Now this I'm just gonna dice real finely. Because as much as my kids like onions, they're not too happy about the raw ones. So we'll just put a little bit in there and then we'll use onion powder and that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm dying. I'm over here yapping about the carrot and how I was gonna slice it and dice it, and Eric comes down here and says, "Grandma, who are you talking to?" I said, "The camera, why?" He goes, it's not on." I had a whole conversation with myself. All right. So anyway, what I was saying about the carrot when you weren't listening, I'm just going to dice it up into little tiny squares, kind of like that. So it gets a little boring watching me slice and dice. That's why I try to do as little of it as possible. Well, at least my accent spared your ears of my yapping about the carrot. All right, so basically I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'll show you. Now, if you like celery, go ahead on. Nobody in this house likes celery. I have one that can tolerate it, and the rest of us hate it. So basically, just like that. I just want it for the crunch. All right, that's all done. Let's get busy. All right, so I pulled the ribs, oops, can't even say it, hot, out of the oven. You can still see they got a little ways to go. I don't know if I trust it out there. I'm gonna go throw them on the grill real quick. I'm not gonna show you me doing that because I'm gonna run out, power it up, and just see if I can get it done before the rain starts again. If it starts again while I'm out there, you're gonna see me pulling this out of the oven. All right, so we're gonna work on the macaroni salad. I'm gonna put it in this big bowl so I can mix it. Now I have the recipe, so I will leave the full recipe in the description box. Doesn't always translate when you half everything, so I may have to make some adjustments as we go. We're gonna stick some of this carrot in here that we chopped up. When I say we, I mean me. That's your crunch. We have garlic powder and onion powder in here together. Sugar. Mustard. Lost my voice on that one. White vinegar. Some of the green peppers. I'm going to mince up that onion just a little bit more. Okay, a little bit of that diced up onion. Just felt like it might have been a little bit too big a chunk for me. And I have some mayonnaise over here. And salt and pepper. I'm just going to give this a mix first. See what we got going on over here. See how it looks. I probably shouldn't have put the salt and pepper in the same container, but yeah, hold on. Okay. The pepper, because some people like more pepper, some people like less pepper. A little bit of salt, 2 pinches, a little pinch more of that pepper. Give that a mix. Okay, so now we're gonna start adding the mayonnaise. If anybody's ever watched any of my videos, I never go whole hog with the mayonnaise to begin with. But sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. I probably will in this instance. A little bit more. I'm gonna give that a little taste and see if it's seasoned to my liking or not. Obviously, it's gotta sit in the the refrigerator for a minute before we eat it. Let me get a fork. All right, let's give that a taste. I got a spoon, not a fork. Go down deep in the middle, see what we got going on in there. Trying to get a little bit of everything on the spoon. All right, let's give it a taste. It could use a little bit more of the vinegar. Just a little bit more. And a little bit more salt. It's kind of mixed together, but I still have some of the pepper left, so I might as well throw that in there. And the last of the mayonnaise. So if you half this recipe like I did, everything was okay except for the vinegar. And I didn't use all of the pepper that I measured out. But there you go. Let's put that back in the refrigerator. Oh, the beans are done. Hold on. I'm using 2 old raggedy towels. Woo! Look at those. All right, gotta keep those covered up. Coming down the home stretch. Well, so much for grilling. The sky's opened back up before I can get out there. Weather doesn't always cooperate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it the rest of the way in the oven. See that? The lights flickering and everything. All right. Yeah, lights are flickering, everything else is going on in here. So So we're just gonna douse them down with some barbecue sauce. Finish it off in the oven. It's just me, Eric, Aiden, and Tyler today, so this is a lot of food for us, considering I eat like a 2-year-old. But I'm trying to cook for at least 4 adults. And then what I do, a lot of times when I cook, now I forgot to mention, these are the rib ends. These do not have a bone in it, so it's all rib meat. All of it, the whole thing. So what I do is I let it rest for a few minutes, and then I'll slide it, like cut it into like little slivers. The kids love it. All right, that's going back in the oven. And then we're gonna have to cook the sausage on the stove. All right, so much for the grill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some butter, not really, in the pan. The kids nixed the idea of the buttered pasta, like the Parmesan cheese. They said this is enough food, but I still may do it anyway, and they can eat it as a side dish during the week. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is saute the peppers and onions. Eric's personal favorite. This is a snack for him. Right, Eric?
Yes, it is.
So what I'm gonna do, the camera just shut off on me, is I'm gonna saute these down till they just have a little bit of a crunch in them. And then I'm gonna throw the sausage in here. I might even throw the sausage in here before it's done, just to get it going. All right, let's give that a minute. Oh darn. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. Now, who is mowing in a storm? You hear that? All right, let's soften that down and I'll be back. All right, that's what I get for walking away from the food. I browned up my onions a little bit more than I wanted. So, we're just gonna brown everything up evenly. I turned the heat down. I think I turned it down too low now. And we're about ready to eat. I don't know if y'all can hear that lawnmower going out there, but it's raining and they're mowing the lawn. It's a lawn service. I went and looked. There we go. All right, so the peppers and onions were getting done earlier. So I'm gonna open these up just like that. Stretches the meat. I'm telling you, it works. Or my personal favorite is to coin them. It goes so much farther. But I asked the kids how they wanted it. They said, cut it in half. They're still not done in the middle. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they aren't done. So I'm just gonna continue to pan fry them until they're done. As soon as I show you the sausage. All right, we like ours good and brown. So if you don't like them that brown, don't cook them that brown. We are done. I'm gonna plate up and show you all the food that I made. And there's my plate. That's looking yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm gonna be, Eric said, yummy. I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
We're at the table. I don't know if y'all can see what's going on behind us, but look, move to the side, Eric. When I tell you it was storming outside, I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, it's raining hard. So let's go for the macaroni salad. I don't think Eric's ever had macaroni salad. Have you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not something I usually would make. So let's go for it. Sorry. Go ahead. Mmm. That's good.
That is good.
That's really good. Looks like the cover on the pool's gonna fly. Well, we haven't opened our pool up yet. There's been a lot going on. All right, what do you want to try next? The beans?
Mm-hmm.
These are just sweet beans like you like them. Mm-hmm. Okay. I hear Tyler behind me. Which meat do you want first, since you're not the big fan of meat?
This one.
Sausage? I knew he was going to pick that because it's his favorite. Let's go.
Mmm.
That's good. It's good on a hot dog bun. And they're cut in half, so they go a little bit farther. All right. Corn is corn. I put this on the table, not because we're going to eat it, but because this should have been the buttered Parmesan noodles that the kids didn't want. They said, it's enough food, Grandma, stop. So I did. All right, I'm just going to take, I don't have a knife, so I guess we're going to have to use my teeth. Just do the best you can without like going crazy. Oh, like butter.
Mmm.
That is good.
It is.
Mmm. Now, we got all of this, Eric, plus that watermelon, plus that bag of marshmallows, so we know how you like to roast those marshmallows. All this food, 20 bucks.
20 bucks.
20 bucks.
Wow.
And we got corn. I don't know why you don't have corn.
I just forgot to put it on my plate.
And we got corn on the cob. Corn on the cob, corn on the cob. All right, the only other two people have to eat now is Tyler and Aiden. Aiden didn't want to be on camera. He has a stiff neck, and Tyler's not dressed. So, all right. Well, I'll see you at the wrap-up. Bye-bye. Dinner's over. How did we do? Boom. Could not finish. They tried. Couldn't do it. Remember in the beginning I said I probably would have did fine with just 2 ears of corn? Yeah, well, that's what we got there. So, let's see what they thought about it. I'll start with Eric since he already started. Eric, and he has something he wants to say. What'd you think about dinner, and what is it that you want to say?
Dinner was amazing, and I wanted to say that I asked Grandma to make some more pasta salad with that leftover pasta.
Yeah. He's like, what are you going to do with that pasta, Grandma? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure something out. He goes, make more of that macaroni salad. I said, okay. He goes, when? I said, when you finish the other bowl. All right. So we know what Eric's favorite was. I believe you said it was the macaroni and the beans, was it?
Yes.
Macaroni and beans. Aiden, what'd you think about dinner, and what was your favorite thing?
I loved dinner, and my favorite was the ribs.
The ribs? Cool. Tyler, same question.
I love dinner. Your dinner was great. I love the ribs.
The ribs. All right. It seems so weird to only have me and 3 others. It's just, whew, I'm having empty nest syndrome. So I liked all of it. I really did like the pasta salad. I don't eat it that often, so when I get it, it's a treat. So, but all of it was absolutely wonderful. We have not eaten the watermelon or the marshmallows. Eric was highly upset about that. He goes, I thought you were making yams and I didn't eat it. I said, no, you could roast those things. So he's on his way to roasting the marshmallows, but we're all so full still, we can't even do dessert. But I'll let you know how it turns out. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.